Jersey City, New Jersey, Anita Perala. And our returning champion, a bookseller and retired teacher from Tulsa, Oklahoma, Patty Palmer, whose one-day cash winnings total $32,200. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Ken Jennings.
Thank you, folks. Thanks, Johnny. And welcome to Jeopardy. What a thrilling game we had yesterday, as bookseller and retired teacher Patty Palmer came up with the correct final Jeopardy response in literature, a subject she herself used to teach. She was the only player to recognize the name. Matthew.
What is bide?
That's right.
B plus 3 for 600.
To cheat out of money. Matthew.
What is bilk?
Correct again.
B plus 3 for 400.
A prison on a ship. Matthew.
What is brig?
Yes.
B plus 3 for 1,000.
A coffin stand. Matthew.
What is a beer?
That's correct.
Finish it off. B plus 3 for 200.
Going well so far for you. A light on a radar screen. Anita.
What is a blip?
That's correct.
Play that game for 200.
It's got to be hard to catch them all when new video games keep coming out, but in 2022, folks gave it a shot with this Legends Arceus. Matthew.
What is Pokemon?
Yes.
Play that game for 400.
A card in this game offers a ride on the Reading, with a possibility of even getting paid to do so. Patty.
What's Monopoly?
Yes.
Let's do art Paris for 6.
This 5-letter word follows wood in the printing technique used by Japanese masters like Hiroshige. Anita.
What is block?
Wood block, you got it.
Art Puri 800, please.
Well, the answer there is the Daily Double. You have $800, Anita, but you can wager up to 1,000.
I'll do 1,000.
All right, here you go. Your clue in Art Pourri. In 1786, this artist was appointed court painter to Spain's King Charles III.
Who is Goya?
Goya is correct. Yes, 1,000 more for you.
Art Puri 1,000, please.
For a sculpture called La France, he used the features of Camille Claudel, a sculptor who was also his assistant and lover. Matthew.
Who is Rodin?
Yes.
7 Heaven for 600.
By around 700 AD, this hyphenated people had formed 7 separate kingdoms in Britain, known as the Heptarchy. Anita.
We're the Anglo-Saxons?
Yes.
7 Heaven 800.
An offshoot of the 19th century Millerites, this religious group observes the Sabbath on Saturdays. Matthew.
Who are Seventh-day Adventists?
That's correct.
Toucan for 600.
This 2021 Disney film, set in mountainous Colombia, saw Alan Tudyk chittering away as the voice of the toucan. Matthew.
What is Coco?
No. Patty or Anita? That would be Encanto. Back to you, Matthew.
Toucan 400.
Senor Tucan showed up on this Girl Explorers TV show and helped a little bit with learning Spanish. Anita. Yes, C.
Play that game 600.
This casino game with numbers on a ticket from 1 to 80 is of Chinese origin and dates back at least 2,000 years. Matthew.
What is Pai Gow?
No. Patty or Anita? That game is called Keno. All right. As we reach our first commercial break, Matthew's in the lead with Anita not far behind. We'll meet all 3 of our contestants when we come back. Matthew Marcus is a software developer from Portland, Oregon, but also something of an actor. Is that right?
Well, not a real actor. I do a lot of Shakespeare read-throughs where I get together with a bunch of friends in real life or on Zoom, and we just read as many Shakespeare plays as possible, yeah.
Do you have a favorite play to perform that way?
My favorite is Titus Andronicus, which is the most violent and possibly the funniest Shakespeare play, depending on your taste.
I think you revealed a lot about yourself just now. It's the funniest play. I love decapitation. Anita Perala is a product management consultant from Jersey City, New Jersey. Now, dogs are man's best friend, but your dog has a very good friend in particular.
Yes, when I used to live in New York, we would frequently run into the actor Patricia Clarkson of Stage and Screen when we were out on our walks. And I guess she's a dog person because she would stop every time to greet my dog, and he was equally smitten with her. And one day we were going up Fifth Avenue, and she was a block away from us standing on the corner, and she actually waited until we arrived just so that she could say hello to him.
Your dog has a very glamorous life.
He does.
Patty Palmer, bookseller, retired teacher from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now I've noticed you match your top. You've got purple hair right now. Tell
Yes.
us about the purple.
Well, I'd gotten to that age where I needed to cover the gray, and I thought instead of being boring, my 4-year-old granddaughter's favorite color is purple, so I went with purple.
That's a fantastic look. What's her name?
Her name is Tegan.
All right, Tegan, that's for you. You gave us the last correct response, Anita. Would you like to get us back into the round?
7 Heaven 1000.
The craft Freedom 7 took this American into space for a 15-minute suborbital flight on May 5th, 1961. Patty?
Who's John Glenn?
No. Anita or Matthew? Glenn did orbit the Earth. This is Alan Shepard. Anita, go again.
Art Puri 200.
The Munch Museum says this painting's motif was probably inspired by a stroll the artist took in 1891 as the sun set over Oslo Fjord. Matthew?
What is the Scream?
Right.
Dwight Eisenhower for 200.
Too old at 20 for the Naval Academy. I graduated from this academy, class of 1915 at 24. Patty?
What's West Point?
Yes.
Let's do Dwight Eisenhower for 6.
In 1950, after retiring from active duty, Eisenhower was tapped to be Supreme Commander of this new military alliance. Matthew?
What is NATO?
Right.
Toucan for 800.
When this actor played George of the Jungle way back in 1997, he was joined on screen by Tukey. Anita?
It was Brendan Fraser.
Good.
Toucan 1000.
A macaw named Blue heads to Brazil and meets a toucan named Raphael in the animated movie with this 3-letter title. Patty?
What's Rio?
That's correct. Back on the plus side.
All right, let's do Play That Game for 1,000.
This 5-letter card game of English origin helped construct some bridges, Auction Bridge and Contract Bridge. Matthew?
What is Whist?
Yes.
Play that game 800.
If the 5 dice you roll show the same number, well, that's the name of this Hasbro game, and the first one is 50 points. Matthew?
What is Yahtzee?
Yahtzee, you got it.
Dwight Eisenhower 800.
In retirement, Ike enjoyed painting, golf, and spending time with Mamie at their farm adjoining this military park and battlefield. Patty?
What's Gettysburg?
Yes.
All right, Eisenhower for 1,000.
Opened in 2020, the Dwight D. Eisenhower Memorial is the first public work in Washington, D.C. by this renowned American architect. It's by Frank Gehry. Patty, back to you.
Let's do 7 Heaven for 400.
This rite is the first of the Catholic Church's list of 7 sacraments.
What's baptism?
Yes.
7 Heaven for 200.
Mickey Mantle's number 7 jersey was retired in an emotional ceremony at this venue in 1969. Matthew?
What is Yankee Stadium?
Very good.
Art Puri for 400.
Not a baseball fan. In 1930, she did a series of 6 paintings of an oversized Jack-in-the-Pulpit flower. Anita?
Who is O'Keefe.
Correct.
Eisenhower 400.
Eisenhower renamed this presidential retreat, formerly known as Shangri-La, for his grandson. Patty?
What's Camp David?
Yes. And finishing off Toucan. Toucan Sam urges you to follow your nose in selecting this breakfast cereal. Matthew?
What is Fruit Loops?
Yes, he wants you to select Fruit Loops. That takes you to $6,600. You have the lead. Patty's got a third that score, so she'll select first in Double Jeopardy when we return in a moment.